here, and today I'm going to show you how to make my kale and quinoa salad. A healthy, simple recipe to help you kick off the new year with a healthy start. Not only is this salad gluten-free, dairy-free, and vegan, but it's full of nutrients and vitamins to help you feed your soul. So let's get started. So the one and only thing that you actually have to cook for this recipe is quinoa. It's the one ingredient that I say you should eat even though you can't pronounce it. So all you do is you can take about 1/4 cup of quinoa. This is just red quinoa, don't be afraid of it. Put it in your pan with about double the amount of water. It's really easy to play with. If you put too much, let it cook out a little bit. If you don't put enough, add some more. So you put it on like medium-high heat until it comes to a simmer, and then cover it for about 15-20 minutes, and then you'll see it all soaked up and just let it sit. Okay. Now, our main ingredient for our kale and quinoa salad is kale. Now, before you say, oh my god, seriously, kale, like kale, that's all I hear, let me just tell you, it really is good. It's not just hype. It's a dark green leafy vegetable, which means that it's full of vitamins and nutrients that really help feed your soul. One example of that is it has 206% of your daily vitamin A that's recommended in just 1 cup of it. So anyways, now that you know how good it is for you, all we're going to do is chop it into thin slices, put it into this bowl, and we have the base for our salad. Now, one really important tip I want to give you guys is to make sure and drain your beans that you use. You can really use any type of beans you want. I like red kidney and black beans and mix them just because they're good. But when you drain them and rinse them in water, it rinses off all the excess salt because they are canned beans. There is a lot of salt, so just make sure you do that. Okay guys, so now we're going to make my citrus vinaigrette. And this is probably the easiest vinaigrette you're ever going to see. So I'm lucky to have a friend who actually has an orange tree in his backyard. So I got some nice juicy oranges right here that I'm going to use. And I'm going to cut them this way, that's really important, and then just squeeze all the juice into this bowl to start it all out. Once all of your oranges are juiced into your bowl, take some maple syrup. I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon. Just put that in there. And then with your whisk, you want to slowly drizzle in, I'm going to say about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, but it's just, you're going to have to adjust it according to how you want it to taste. But go ahead and put that in and whisk it until the maple syrup is nice and dispersed throughout everything. Just a little bit. And then, the important stuff, your salt and pepper. Take a nice little bit of salt, put it in there, have that, and then just a pinch of pepper. We really don't want a lot in this vinaigrette. Just a little bit. And then whisk it up a little more. And the best part, just take a spoon and taste a little bit of it. And once your vinaigrette is done, don't forget to check on your quinoa, see how it's doing. It should be covered now. This is looking good, nice and soaked up. So I just take my fork and fork it a little bit, just kind of loosen it up. So you want it to look nice and, I don't want to say dry because you don't want it to be dry, but like all the water soaked up. And you just set it aside to let it cool before you add it to your kale. So once your vinaigrette is nice and smooth, we're going to start adding it into our kale. I like to personally do just the kale before I add in everything else, so they can really absorb it. And then we can just throw everything else in it, do a nice stir, and it'll all coat it nicely. So now these are all the toppings, if you will, that I'm going to put into my kale salad. I'm just going to dump them in one by one and get them all mixed in there. Have my bean mixture, my orange pieces sliced in half, walnuts, which are a wonderful source of omega-3 fats, and raisins just because they're delicious. Just give it a nice toss. Oh, it's already so pretty. Now, I know it already looks so good, but you can't forget to add the quinoa. So just take it right from your pot, nice and drained, dump it in there, scrape it all out. Now, since the quinoa is such tiny little grains, you really want to put the elbow grease into this one and make sure you get it all mixed so each bite is a nice bit of quinoa. All that yummy kale. So once your quinoa is all mixed in, it's just ready to serve and be enjoyed. And to any of you guys who made a New Year's resolution to eat cleaner, healthier, whatever it may be, best of luck to you. I know you can do it. And if you ever just want some recipes, some little tips, or just someone to talk to you about it, that's what I'm here for. So be sure to follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my channel, and looking forward to seeing you make this recipe.